Today we're going to start Section 5 solving inequalities by addition and subtraction. Solving inequalities is just like solving equations when you're using addition and subtraction. In example 1, we have 22 is greater than or equal to m minus 8. We add 8 to both sides to solve, and we get 30 is greater than or equal to m. We do have to remember to switch the variable to the left-hand side, though, and when we switch the variable to the left, we have to switch the inequality symbol. So you'll notice that it went from greater than or equal to less than or equal to 30. The solution, then, is all numbers less than or equal to 30. A more concise way of writing this solution set is to use set builder notation. In set builder notation, the solution set in the above example is m such that m is less than or equal to 30. The solution can be graphed on a number line. Be sure to check if the endpoint of the graph of the inequality should be a circle or a dot. Sometimes I will call them open or closed circles. If the endpoint is not included in the inequality, meaning that it was less than or greater than, then you're going to use an open circle. If the endpoint is included, in the case of greater than equal to, less than equal to, you'll use a closed circle or a dot. So here we would use a closed circle, and all of the numbers to the left of 30 on the number line are less than or equal to 30. Let's go through one together. D minus 14 is greater than negative 19. Here we'll add 14 to both sides of the inequality, and we'll get D is greater than negative 5. Here we don't have to worry about switching a variable because the variable was already on the left-hand side. In set builder notation, we would write all numbers D such that D is greater than negative 5. And you do need to use the brackets for that. Let's try self-check number 1 and self-check number 2 now. Be sure and solve your problems on the back of your note paper, and then put your answers on your notes and also on the notes that you submit to me. Make sure that you write each answer in set builder notation and then graph the solution on a number line. In example 2, we're solving inequalities by subtraction. Here we have 5 plus c is less than 1. We'll subtract 5 from both sides, and our answer would be c is less than negative 4. Or in set builder notation, all numbers c such that c is less than negative 4. In order to graph this one, we would have an open dot because we have a less than in our inequality, so the negative 4 would not be included in the answer. And then our arrow would go to the left because all the numbers to the left of negative 4 would be less than negative 4. Let's take a look at this one together. In guided practice number 2, we have 13 is greater than 18 plus r. We would need to subtract 18 from both sides in order to solve this inequality. 13 minus 18 is negative 5. Negative 5 is greater than r. However, we need the r to be on the left side of our inequality, so we're going to switch the symbol, and it's going to be read r is less than negative 5. Or in set builder notation, all numbers are such that r is less than negative 5. In order to graph this on a number line, we look at our symbol. Our symbol is less than. Because it is less than, we know we're going to have an open circle, and all numbers to the left of negative 5 are going to be less than negative 5. You try self-check number 3. Once again, make sure you show your work on the back of your note paper, put your answer on your note paper, and on the notes that you submit to me. Be sure to write your answer in set builder notation, and also on your note paper, be sure to graph your solution. You will not be able to graph your solution on the notes that you submit to me. In example number 3, we'll have variables on each side of the inequality. This example, 9n minus 1 is less than or equal to 10n. Keep in mind that we need to get our variables on the same side, so let's subtract 9n from both sides, and we end up with negative 1 less than or equal to n. We're going to switch our variable to the left, though, and switch our symbol, so it is n is greater than or equal to negative 1, or all numbers n such that n is greater than or equal to negative 1. This would be the appropriate answer. Once again, because we have greater than or equal to, we'll have a closed circle on the -1, and all numbers greater than or equal to -1 are going to be to the right, so our arrow will go to the right. The reason for the closed dot in this situation is that -1 would be included in the answer because of the greater than or equal to symbol. Let's take a look at this one together. In guided practice number 3, we have -9 plus 2a less than or equal to 3a. Let's get our variables on the same side and subtract 2a from both sides. We get -9 less than or equal to a. We need our variable on this side, so we're going to flip our symbol. A is greater than or equal to -9, or all numbers a such that a is greater than or equal to -9. In order to graph it on a number line, it's going to be closed circle because -9 is included, and all numbers to the right of -9 would be greater than or equal to -9. For self-check number 4, make sure that you show your work on the back of your paper and also your number line on the back of your paper. Your answer will go on the front of your notes, and your answer will go on the notes that you submit to me. Be sure to write your answer in Set Builder notation.